prosperous and fruitful for us all. So today our topic is the importance of due diligence in real estate transaction. So before going into that, a lot of people probably know what due diligence is and relate it to their everyday lives and work, while some people might not be too sure about what due diligence is. Well, due diligence is a process or effort to collect and analyze information before making a decision or conducting a transaction, just to save you from risk and to hold you and not to be held legally liable for any loss or damage. So basically, due diligence is investigation to trying to gather information to save you from any legal effect, any legal risk, or to save you from financial risk as well. So basically, in your day-to-day or in your day-to-day transactions, before purchasing an item or product or a service, normally you're supposed to run your due diligence, like run a research about it. If it's a car you're trying to buy, you want to know, okay, the type of car you want to buy, the name, the brand, the history, reviews, and all those other important information. So this information is just to help you to make better decisions, to also prevent you from having any risk financially or legally. So this also applies in real estate. If you want to buy a property, a land, or invest in a property, you should also run your due diligence, run your investigation, know what type of property it is, what is if there are any defects on the property, if there's a lien or an encumbrance on the property, or anything that is relevant for you to know. And the only way to know all these things is by running your investigation. This can be done either by you personally or by an agent. It could be your lawyer or a surveyor or a real estate agent. So basically, that's what we're going to be talking about today: the importance of investigating, running your due diligence before going into any real estate transaction. So first of all, we should know that the primary purpose of due diligence is to mitigate risk, ensure legal compliance, and contribute to effective decision making by providing a detailed understanding of the matter at hand. And what I think that you should investigate, the first one is title documents. You need to know, okay, this will help you know if it is a certificate of occupancy or a governor's consent. Help you know if the owners, people claiming to be the owners, are the original owners of the land, or if there are any encumbrances on the land. The next thing that you could also investigate are local regulations, because every state has its own property laws that apply to property in that particular state. So what you know in Ogun State might be a bit different from what you know in Ondo State or Lagos State. So this is another thing that you need to investigate on. So it will help you to know the regulations that are governing that property, to let you know if it is worth investing in and the risk or the duties that you might have as an investor or a property owner in regards to that property. Another thing is financial due diligence. This will let you know, aside the purchase price, will help you know the taxes or charges that might be involved in that particular property. Another thing that you should also investigate is easement. If there's a right of way that is on that particular land. Another thing is also have information on future developments. If the government has future plans for that property which will affect you in the long run. So these are like regular things that you should investigate and know before purchasing a property or investing in a property. So where are the places that you could conduct this search or investigation? The first one is land registry. This is where you are able to know. So you will be able to find out about the title documents. The next one is court registry. This is where you can find out if the property has been subject to any litigation. Next thing is the probate registry. This is if the property of the disease is involved in anything that requires executors, and or if there's a will or letter of administration that is involved in that property. Next thing is CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, which will help you know, this is relatable to companies. And another one is physical inspection, that is the actually going to the property. This will help you know if there are any defects around the property. Another thing for you is for other place where you can conduct your research is city planning authorities, such as Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. This will help you know if the federal government has plans, like I said earlier on, if they have plans on that property. Or you can also conduct research at the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, or Federal Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, and so on like that. So now that we know where you can conduct these researches, let's go back to the real reason why we're here, and that is the importance why you should conduct due diligence. The first one is for legal compliance. Due diligence will help you to verify the legal status of every property. That includes the land titles, permits, and regulations on to know if there are any disputes presently going on that land. A lot of people buy lands and property just for them to find out that, oh, there's a case in court in regards to this property. But if you conduct your due diligence, that will save you a lot from having to go back and forth with property in courts. Another reason why you should also conduct your due diligence is for financial analysis. Like I said earlier, this will help you to know the potential expenses, the tax implications or charges that are on that particular land. Another reason is it helps you to identify any structural environmental concerns or defects. Like I said earlier on, you are able to physically see and know which parts that you know that in the long run would cause an issue, or if there is a defect, if it's something you can bear with, or if it's something that you are not willing to bear with. Another thing is that like I said earlier on, it helps in making informed decision. It helps in informed decision making, because once you are aware of everything that concerns the particular property or land, you know that, okay, everything you are going into is based on your own knowledge. You are aware of all the risk, all the possible risk and everything, and then it also helps you to be able to negotiate your terms and conditions with the buyers with the sellers of the land or the original owners of the land. Another thing is that it saves you from being defrauded. A lot of people do not conduct due diligence, and at the end they get scammed. An example is a person that wants to buy a house and did not run a due diligence, or is unable to physically see the land, and then when he eventually gets the land and supposed papers to the land, he finds out that he was just scammed, and the people who claim to be the owners are not the original owners. So when you run your due diligence, it saves you from being scammed or being defrauded. It also gives you a knowledge of the history and the owners of the property. Like I said earlier on, when you have the title document gives you the history of the property, from who it has passed on, who was the original owner, and who it passed on to, and who it passed on to, and also helps you know if there are any encumbrances or lien on it. So these are the basic reasons why you should conduct due diligence, because at the long run it could bite you. It will come around and bite you. So for you to be safe and to prevent any running around, going back and forth with courts, it's better for you to run your due diligence. I hope you are all able to learn something today, and I also wish you Happy New Year once again. Have a lovely day.